Oh, jeez. No. I don't know why none of my slides saved, but it was supposed to be like, let me just, like, fair use, but what up, YouTube? Fair use. Hi, Sky, Val, Mermeow, Christina, Fizzlesticks. We're looking at Young Living tonight. Now, Kira sent me some YouTube things from Young Living, private chats to look at from her informant. Beth, hello again. This is the MLM Live. Here's my question. Since all four of you are here, long time no see. Should we? There's one that's 22 minutes where they're trying to tell us about their distributors and all of the what the negative impact has, or like how many percentage of people think Young Living has a negative public perception. We have that one that we can look at. We have, let me see. We have the one where they're trying to explain away their sources and how we're just not reading the charts correctly. That's a hoot. And we've got one other one. Paste. I'm sending my notes to myself. Wendy, hi. So I think Young Living calling us stupid is a good option. And we've also got Ben Riley, the one, the only, and his buddy Andrew Armstrong. I think that's Andrew. Is that Andrew? No, that's not Andrew. Who is this? That one's an hour long. This is the one that people maybe you're not taking credit for. That Kira was the one. Well, this is one that she grabbed, that she posted from. She grabbed it on September, and she took a clip of it, and then someone else was sharing it. So, live chat, you get to pick. I'm here and I'm ready to party. Yeah, let's don't grab the essential oils. I have some granola with chocolate in it, so it's not healthy. Hey, I'm here. Sorry, I didn't say bye before my son woke up and had a fever, so I had to dip out quick. Kira, totally okay. Momming is like top priority always. Them saying how we are wrong, maybe? Okay. Kira, I was just telling him the options. The one where they're telling us that we're not reading the sourcing charts the right way. The one with Ben Riley and his buddy and the other lady from the September clip. I'm down for anything, but I love them trying to explain their sources. Yes, good vibes to your son, Kira. I hope that he recovers quickly. All three are kind of related to each other. So should we watch them like in order or something, or what's the best way to tackle this? My green screen is being a brat. I just had some sweet Mexican bread and iced coffee. When I tell you I want seconds, go for it, Karina. Should I do them in chronological order, Kira? The first one with Michelle is the oldest. She references that video in the one with Ben, and the other one is a diamond going over some of the stuff Ben talks about and some new stuff. Okay. Let me think. Live chat, you decide. So we have the three ladies on the October 11th call. So that one's later on, so that the call from September, maybe. Let's see, this one, the 9/18/22. Both kids are sick, but daughter took fever med before bed. He didn't have one, but woke up with one. Oh, I'm sorry, Kira. Karina, that sounds delicious. I'm a sucker for order. Okay. Let's do it in order then. I think that the 9/18 is the first one. Let me just triple check. Oh, yeah, 9/18, then 9/20. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it in chronological order. Michelle's one is what I would start with, the September one, the September 18th. Okay. Let me put it in the view. We're already here. Let me fix my background. DC, what are you doing? Nope. Nope, we're not. No. No. What is going on? Really? Oh. You know what I should have done? What I always do. I don't know what I'm trying to do here. Oh. Nope. 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 This is the Diamond 9/18 call. I think. Well, I know it is, but I think it's. This is why OBS and. I feel like I can't. I don't know what's going on. Let me try to fix my clarity real quick. Alright, that's good enough. Alright. Alright, let's see if this plays. I'm gonna try to play it at 1.25 speed. Recommendation from Val and Gus. Lynn, that's the worst. I'm sorry. Daisy, hello, hello.
Good evening, Young Living leaders. I'm so glad and excited to be with you tonight. It's Saturday night on September 17th. And I've been working today to provide you with some information that you've been asking for quite some time. I apologize for the delay. We've been working on a lot in supply chain, getting ready for peak season. And so I thought it might be best if I just kind of combine all these questions into one video and also talk to you about the improvements that we've been making, talk to you about the state of the supply chain as we go into peak season, and just give you as much information as I possibly can in one single video. So this video might take just a little bit of time because I have a lot of information that I'd love to share with you. A lot of your questions in regards to product availability, shipping times, fulfillment, some of the issues that we've been facing lately will be answered. And I hope you can stick with me and stay through most of the video here as we walk through the state of supply chain for Young Living. So I have some information that I want to share with you. So let me share my screen.
I can't wait for a screen share.
Hope you can see this screen.
You cannot? Okay, now we can. Oh, God.
So I wanted to talk to you about the state of the supply chain. And specifically, I wanted to start by even explaining a lot of what we face and the challenges that we face in the supply chain by sharing with you our supply chain process. Now, I know all of you are business owners, and I know that all of you have had experience within supply chain, and there's probably different ways of doing things, and that you may understand, you know, that some businesses operate in a different way than our particular business. So what I'm showing you today is how we do business as a supply chain at Young Living. And I thought maybe this might shed some light on some of the questions that you may have had over a period of time. So I want to start with just the what I call the first half of our supply chain. So the supply chain is much, much more complex than this, but certainly this gives us a good start on exactly what we do as a supply chain for Young Living. So let me start by talking about the essential oil value stream.
Is this for real? Did their marketing team not make them a presentation? Some of these might not be the most entertaining, but they are some key statements that are kind of a big deal. I think people who watch my channel are in it for the long haul, so I mean, I definitely will deliver on the snarky presentation quips, and if she's gonna drop some stuff, then we're here for it. And again, shout out to Kira. She's incredible. She gave us this to watch, so thank you very much, Kira.
Essential oils are what we do. It's what our foundation is. It's what we continue to do. And frankly, we're the world's best at. So I want to show you kind of the process that we go through in the supply chain. So the first
Am
thing
I at the
I have
pearly
up here on
gates
the
of
screen
oily hell?
is
Yes,
the
you are, Sky.
legal regulatory aspect of essential oils. Lacey Act, legal and regulatory issues within each market, legal and regulatory issues in quality, et cetera, all drive how we do our business and how we support and execute in our supply chain. We also have our own essential oil standards. We developed them because there wasn't any before us. So we have developed our essential oil standards, and they're a guiding light for us as we go through the supply chain. So we audit based on the—
Kira, you're telling me that we're doing the little Champy, what are you doing, buddy? My dog is under my desk now. Is she really using clip art? Look, I'm not hating on you. I'm not hating on anyone doing the best they can. I'm talking about a $1 billion company talking to their top leaders, and this is the presentation that they're using to explain the essential oil supply chain value stream. Do you understand? Like, I'm not trying to talk down to anybody. I'm saying I'm truly shocked that these are like little emojis from your phone. Okay.
Those two requirements, our standards, legal and regulatory requirements, and everything that we believe in as far as making a quality essential oil. And we audit our farms. We audit farming activity within our supply chain. And we do that.
There's a farm, and then there's a distillery, and there's an arrow. Where's the pictures from your own farms? Where's the pictures of your own distilleries? What? I'm mostly just shocked right now. And I'm not trying to be ugly. I'm not trying to be, awful. I'm just shocked. A $1 billion company is putting this presentation out to their... Let me give you an idea. It goes Royal Crown Diamond, Diamond. This was to the diamonds. So 3 from the top. And that's not just 3 from the top and like, oh, it's probably not that big. You have to do a ton of volume to be diamond. A ton! This should come from like the late 90s. Yes! Got to log in onto a million different systems at work. BRB.
When we look at not only the practices of the farm itself, but the distilling practices.
Oh my God.
We test at the farm sites. There's testing that goes on after distilling.
Oh my God.
We also then,
Another
after
arrow.
Essential oils are harvested, distilled, tested, they ship to us. Now, what I'm showing you here is a path through a distillation process. We also have a path through a cold press process for some of our oils that also get rigorous testing post
it looks like my desktop.
and then are sent out for shipment. So this is our very beginnings of our Seed to Seal promise. And our Seed to Seal business unit ran by Joe Walker, Corey Howden, Brett and Chris Packer.
We didn't even center
Nicholas
the square
Landell.
over the
They
graphics.
call themselves the guardians of the Seed to Seal, and I believe that because every day they're focused on making sure that we follow our standards, that we follow our processes, that we continue with rigorous testing requirements, all the things that we're required to do in order to make sure that our essential oils get to a good start. So congrats to our...
why would they need to get to a good start when you've got the Seed to Seal? When you've got the better than organic? When you've watched the little seeds so that they don't get contaminated by any, pest control residue from any awful chemicals? You know what I'm saying? Like, They already supposedly are supposed to have the good start, so what are you talking about, ma'am? Are you saying that you don't keep an eye on all your little seedlings? There are very few Royal Crown diamonds too, and many are friends with Mary and Gary. I feel like that rank isn't even really achievable, so it's more like Crown Diamond is the top and Diamond below. This group is for Diamond and up. Okay. I know Jessica Garvin, the girl who sent that awful message to Melissa Truitt, the "You're a disgrace to network marketing." She just hit Royal, I think, before I left. Either right before I left or right after I left. But I know it doesn't happen very often.
SSBO business unit who worked so hard to be guardians of our seed to seal. Now I want to show you something. So we have a importing of our oils, where we import our oils into our location. And there are several ocean liner and travel routes for our shipments, so shipping lanes, essentially.
Okay.
And we have those around the globe. And there has been some confusion in recent weeks about something called an importing code. And you can get these on a lot of different websites, for sure. The one that's been brought to my attention the most has been
Top
Import
Chat?
Yeti.
Live
And
chat.
I just want you to know a couple of things. Import Yeti is not a regulated website necessarily. They often ask for donations. They're ran privately. They do.
So we're going to discredit the source for these forms. Okay. Interesting, yet predictable. Okay. How are you going to explain this? Oh wait. Are you just going to say that the form is just showing the route? Is that what you're going to say? Are you serious?
Use data that they receive. The thing is, it's not always able to be interpreted in a way that makes sense or is actually what's happening. So in this particular instance, I was sent a screenshot of a import site who was identifying our wolfberry juice. And they were notifying, they were using this to show that our wolfberry juice was imported on the June 22nd, 2022. And just so you know, from an HS code standpoint, I've been working in supply chain for 30 years now, and HS codes are still a little bit Greek to me, to be honest. I have a whole transportation and logistics team who takes care and makes sure that we follow all the rules and regulations for HS codes.
You're in charge of a team and you don't know how it works?
There's a lot to that and what they look like. So anyone who's telling you that they can interpret HS codes accurately and they aren't in transportation and logistics, probably maybe are just interpreting it in the way that they perceive it. So HS codes are one thing, but what I want to draw your attention to is the country and ports. And in this particular instance, the question was, I see the Republic of Korea, I see Long Beach, California. Do we source our wolfberry from the Republic of Korea? And that is not what this particular notification is telling you. What the particular notification is telling you from an import perspective is that the last location, port location that this product shipped out of was from the Republic of Korea, and that the port in which this product shipped to was Long Beach, California. And that's a regular trade route for us. We utilize it when we are bringing.
Okay, to be fair, I can see the attempt to make this form seem like it is just acknowledgement of the trade route. I don't know anything about them. I'm going to have to look it up. Kira knows way more about this stuff than I do. Here's my question. And I'm not trying to invalidate the source because her PowerPoint is awful. I'm trying to say, if you're trying to assuage the fears and the concerns of the people bringing in the money to your company, why do you give them this PowerPoint presentation? I think the Republic of Korea is South Korea. Maybe I'm wrong. Let me look. Google. Republic. Google. Is South Korea. It's also known as ROK, Republic of Korea. So supposedly it's South Korea.
product across Europe and Asia to come and land on our West Coast here in the United States. So we actually have 5
I don't
different
care about the ports.
that we
I care that the
ship
import
through when
records
we're
prove
shipping
they
through
use
the Asia
brokers.
region. One of those is Ningbo. There's many others, 4 others. But there's also what they call a Pusan port, Pusan. And Pusan is actually Busan, and it's Busan, South Korea. And Busan, South Korea has a mega port there, a very, very large port. In fact,
Isn't it
58%
Busan?
of our shipments that come out of that region, meaning through that region, not necessarily country of origin of our product, but out of that region, come through that Busan, Republic of Korea port. So what happened was, in this particular instance, Wolfberry Juice went to the port of exit out of the country, and then it crossed through the Republic of Korea port in Busan, South Korea, that mega port, and it was the last port that it was in prior to it arriving at Long Beach, California.
Brokers, from what I understand, means that they are not growing all of their little pure essential oils plants that they say they're doing. That and again, if anyone tells you that they've been using brokers for years, that's not the story that any of us were told. We were told that they use their own farms, that they use I have heard that they use partner farms, but the farms were supplied supposedly with seeds that were seed to seal quality. That's what we were told. Speaking of Busan, watch Train to Busan. Good zombie movie. It means seed to seal, as they advertise it, is a lie, and that they have lied for forever, basically. Because we were not told that they were using brokers.
So when you're reading these activities, when you're reading these notifications and people are interpreting them, please know that they can be interpreted in a lot of different ways. Also know that we have no control over Import Yetis and what they're communicating. I'm not saying they're communicating anything that is inaccurate, but certainly we can't guarantee what they're communicating. So often it's best, if you're worried about country of origin, just to give us a call and ask. And certainly
just give the company in question a call and ask. Okay, I'll get right on that. Are you serious right now? Did she just say that? Who's gonna go to the company who is in question for telling the people the truth and say, hey, are you sure you told us the truth? And they're gonna say, yeah, we told you the truth. Well, I'd rather go to Import Yeti. I'd rather go to Kira. I'd rather go read the documents, because I will say this. I would, the ranking of trust I would give Young Living at this point, in my opinion, would be low in validating information that I was trying to check. I would get it for a statement in order to prove that they lied to my face.
We can provide you with that information. We're certainly not trying to hide anything, for sure. So that's a little bit about trade routes and ocean shipments of our product. So let me continue on. As product,
Kara said they started off saying only their farms, then it migrated to their farms and partner farms, then it was their farm partners' farms and seed to seal suppliers. This proved the use of brokers. Yep.
Comes from either distilled or cold press processes. Once they've been rigorously tested, they're packaged and they're sent over to us in many different ways.
And there's a piece of tape.
Sometimes it's shipments.
Oh my God.
And we receive them in a tamper-proof seal. So when we receive our product from these locations, we have a tamper-proof seal on it. And basically that says to our receiving group, if you see any evidence, let me show you another one, any evidence that that seal's been broken, and you can see right here that this particular cap says, do not accept if the seal is broken. If there's any evidence of that, do not receive that, send it immediately back, because we want to make sure that there's been no tampering of any of our oils that have been audited and tested prior to arriving to.
You've never made any of your testing available to anyone, so what part of this chain do we feel confident in? You've never made any of your testing available to any of your brand partners. So how does it make us feel good that you've kept all the information to yourself, and then now you're saying, oh, there's a seal on there that we put on after we've done our testing that we're not making available to you, but just know, if the seal is not broken, that the factory workers or the warehouse workers are going to reject it, and we're not going to bottle it. Oh, Okay. Are you going to tell us how many vats of oil that you have rejected because the seal was tampered with? Oh, but wait, it doesn't matter because we can't say for ourselves, oh, the one in the bottle, that's been tested after it's arrived in the United States, and there's a double test, and we've made that testing available for you. Oh, yeah, let's do that. Oh, no, they didn't do that. They didn't do that. Brokers oversee numerous suppliers. Suppliers basically oversee multiple farms. It means that they buy from the same big brokers as pretty much all other essential oil companies, and seed to seal is impossible. She's telling us that the testing is so rigorous, but then why can't we see it? Yep. Where were they supposedly sending them from that they had to go through Busan? They import oils, or they use oils from all over the world, so I'm not sure. I know that they get their frankincense in I think Oman, Egypt. Maybe that's wrong. I mean, they're getting oils from everywhere. If they're shipping their own ingredients, I think they're processing them in their own country. They do some processing from what I understand. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
To our location. So no matter how many docks they cross, no matter how many port locations they cross, there can't be any tampering with our oils prior to it arriving.
She's not answering the question.
And we accept Los Angeles, Long Beach, several ports on the West Coast is where we receive in our product. So the receiving team then receives these into our warehouse where
God.
We will sample again and make sure that we still have the highest quality of oils.
The highest quality, what does that mean? And are you making that testing available to us, the lowly brand partners, or better yet, the general public?
Then at some point in the schedule, we batch our oils, and that's what this is indicating. And so by batching, it means we create a big batch of our either blends or singles so we can bottle that oil. And many of you have seen these processes if you visited our distribution center, and you can attest. And actually, many of you have seen our farms, and I would encourage everyone to go to our farms because you can see exactly what I'm talking about in real life. So we batch. And I wanted to note that we test after batching again. We make sure that we still have the highest qualities of oils. And this is a picture of what our batch looks like after we batch it. So we store it like this. So we batch ahead of time. We can batch often before bottling. And you can see here that they are in tamper-proof containers as well with a wire tie.
Oh my God. It doesn't matter if you are creating tamper-proof seals in the process because there's no one outside your own company that is testing the oils and making that information and presenting that information in a transparent way to the general public or even your own distributors. Am I making sense? Kira said their excuse for not releasing testing is also bullshit. They claim proprietary blend. Single oils are not proprietary blends. Release the goddamn single oil testing, Young Living, you grimy charlatans. If they claim proprietary blend on single oils, then proof it's adulterated. I mean, why would it be it's confusing. Like blue tansy, it's just blue tansy. There's nothing else in it, supposedly. No one cares. Seals can be redone. We want to know if the oils are adulterated or not. Yes, exactly.
The testing has occurred. And before you all ask me, I noticed one thing that's standing out there. That's an orange creamsicle blend you're seeing right in the middle of this picture. And this was taken before we produced orange creamsicle. So I don't want any of you getting hopes up that we've got some additional orange creamsicle that we can produce right at this very moment, because we do not. But there's orange creamsicle there. You can see a wings blend there. There's a roots blend in there. And I've looked through, there's a wintergreen blend somewhere in there. There's a single of Melissa that you can see. Lots of different things. There's also a blend for Sheirloom in there.
And better yet, she used an old frickin' picture.
So I just wanted you to be very, very aware of how closely we guard the quality of our oils through our process. Tamper-proof, always sealed after testing until it's opened again to be taken through our next process. So with that being said, we have 3 ways that we run our oils after batches. So we have our batch, and then we'll take it to our bottling line. And this happens to be our bottling line in Spanish Fork. We bottle oils, and a bulk of our oils are bottled through here. When we create our single bottles.
Both of our oils are bottled here. You have hundreds of oils. What are you talking about?
Of either blends or singles, and we test again.
Okay, so I see test 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tests that we are not able to see. Who freaking cares how many times you test it? Nobody. So a kid telling their teacher, "Oh, I studied for the test 5 times." Well, you didn't get a good grade on it. How do we know? How do I know you studied? Well, I studied. Well, where's the proof? Did you record yourself studying? No, I just trust me. No.
To make sure that we continue to produce the best quality oil that we possibly can. And then we get those oils ready for distribution. And by distribution, it's maybe it just goes straight to the pick line at our Spanish
I still have some sealed, Kira, if you want some to test. I have a Blue Tansy too.
Fork DC location. Perhaps we're shipping it to an international site. Many different ways that we
I will send them to get tested. Maybe we can raise some money.
So it goes and gets ready for distribution.
I just can't pay for it right now out of pocket because I'm trying to save up my computer, but I can put some money towards it.
Packaging. There is a second value stream where we have our batch and we send it over to our Croatia facility.
What?
Our Croatia facility is doing the bottling aspect. They're creating the singles and the blends. They're labeling those. And they then test as well. They send us samples. And Croatia is really working on increasing their lab capabilities to be able to complete all of the testing on site, which will be amazing. But they still get tested, and they get tested by us here.
So they're here, and you see my mouse? They're here in the United States. Then they go here to Spanish Fork. Then they go here to Croatia. They're tested here in the United States before and after. And then they get bottled in Croatia, but then the oils get sent back to the U.S. to get tested. What?
In the Spanish Fork.
And you spend all this money to do all this testing, and you've never made one of your reports available to us?
Utah site. Then again, they get ready for distribution out to all the different areas that they support.
Okay.
Then there's a third value stream for what we do after batching, and that is we ship it in various ways to our contract manufacturers. So we ship it to our contract manufacturers because that's what we do. We have supplements that have the benefits of essential oils. We have personal care with the benefits of essential oils. All our product, it's not essential oil infused. I like to say it's essential oil enhanced, meaning that we take all the benefits from that oil and we create products that enhance those benefits. So basically, we send that to our contract manufacturers. And I'll show you one more picture. This is a picture of it continuing to be sealed and tagged and made sure it's tamper-proof as we send it off to our contract manufacturers. So let me talk to you a little bit about the challenges we face just in this small part of our...
I mean, sending oils back and forth all over the world God dang.
Our supply chain. So I just over here to the right noted that we wildcraft. This is a wildcraft.
I'm sorry,
symbol.
I'm going to cuss. So if you are offended by people cussing, you may want to leave because I am losing my mind.
We harvest. We have our what you would call a traditional harvesting methodology too, and we face challenges in the yield from those methods, right? There's good weather, there's bad weather, there's prohibited
every farmer
activities, there's fire season, anything you can possibly imagine. Droughts can affect our yield. So we're challenged by that for sure, and we have ways to mitigate those challenges.
Well, Willow, we're told how stupid we are for not understanding that. Young Living does a lot of testing to make sure that their oils are unadulterated, yet they've never made any of their testing available to any of the brand partners or the general public. And we see that the oils are created in the country of origin. They're distilled or cold pressed. Then they're sent to America. And but they're tested after they're distilled. They're tested after they're cold pressed. Do we get those reports? No, we do not. They're sent to America, where they're then transferred to where there's whatever they start bottling them and they're tested before that. Do we get to see that report? No, we don't. Then after this happens, it goes to Spanish Fork, Utah, and there's a testing that happens after that. We don't get to see that report either. Spanish Fork, Utah,
But those are just
stuff happens that gets bottled. There's another test done and it ships out, but do we get to see this report? No, we don't. Here, this one's going to Croatia, and they don't have the testing facilities in Croatia, so while they're bottling it, they then send samples back to the United States to get, yes, you are correct, tested, and no, we don't get to see those tests either. And then this one is for our their partner suppliers who help. Oh no, not their suppliers, the people who put the essential oils in their supplements. And we don't see any testing, so we don't know. And I would imagine that we don't get to see that testing either.
That's one of the first things that we face in the supply chain. Second is quality. From a quality perspective, we expect quality. We take Seed to Seal very seriously, as you can see throughout our supply chain. If at any moment we have any thought that we don't have our Seed to Seal quality, either in our processes or in our oil, we will not continue that through the process. Again, even through cold press and distilled. So always making sure we have the appropriate quality. And then I just put a little icon up there to talk to you about the challenges of keeping costs low in these challenging times in air shipments and ocean shipments, even trucking. So we actually work intermodally. So from an intermodal standpoint, when we get to Long Beach with this product, often we transport by train. And many of you know that we just recently averted a train strike, which actually was super good. We had backup plans in place here at Young Living to make sure that it wouldn't disrupt us. But we are happy to see that an agreement was reached and that we don't have to put Plan B into place. Additionally, there can be delays, time delays in these kind of shipments, bad weather, port congestion, many other things, any other kind of strikes that we faced in recent past. So we face challenges for cost and we face.
So this is 2022. I get stuff in 2020. They were still running out of product in 2019. They were still running out of product in, you guessed it, 2018. They were still running out of product in, you guessed it, 2017. They always run out of product. You know what they told us? Oh, well, we will not harvest when stuff is not harvestable. We let the fields do what they're supposed to so we don't over farm them. We blah, 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 blah. They run out of shit all the time. And it's not, I'm talking about before the vid, I'm talking about way before that. We're also 2 years out and there's still impacts on supply chain. I get that, but Young Living has, in my opinion, never been able to keep up with the demand. They're always running out of toothpaste. They're always running out of a ton of essential oils. They're always running out of Thieves Cleaner. They're always running out of the laundry detergent. They're always running out of the dishwashing detergent. They still run out of product in 2022. Do you think they make the supply chain more annoying on purpose? No, I just think they cannot. They didn't want to spend the money on the servers to host their website so that it would work properly. Their website used to be awful, and now it's semi-awful. Do you imagine putting your brand partners, putting your independent brand partners in the position that, oh yeah, these products are incredible, and also you have to tell them that they need to get it while they can because we're gonna run out. So you have to stock up when you get it, so it creates this buying frenzy because they don't know if they're going to be out, and it keeps making them run out of product. Oh my God, I'm losing my mind.
Challenges for time deliveries in these particular areas as well. Another place is any place there's a quality check. If anything goes wrong along the way, we certainly will not continue the product forward. So before batching, after batching, then we face cost.
That's what they say too. If there's a problem, we will not produce it. So it's not available. But they use that for every single excuse, and they never make any of the testing available. Do you know how good of a PR move that would be marketing wise if you made your testing available? If you actually could back up what you were saying with Seed to Seal with your testing. It doesn't seem like they can, in my opinion, so they don't make it available.
And time concerns as we ship our product to overseas to our Croatia bottler. We face cost and time delay problems in getting our oil often to our vendors. So lots of things that can go wrong. Again, there's quality at the end of our process where we're checking again, and so many opportunities for a product to be delayed or to have some issues where we may have to.
She's in charge of the shipping and handling and logistics team? She's the leader? I'm not being mean. I'm confused. I'm very confused. Because does she just think the diamonds aren't going to understand her?
Return them or not accept them. Generally, because of the high quality standards and the way
it's overcomplicated because they want to distract from the real issues that we want test results like yesterday.
As set up our processes to make sure we get a good start on seed to seal. We don't often find that we have that many problems, but certainly there have been a few along the way that we've made sure.
Okay, so I've been listening, trying to look like I'm actually paying attention to colleagues. What in the Windows 95 is going on with the presentation? We don't know, Lynn. Lynn, this is for Tiffany Top brand partners. This is what they came up with. God. Seriously. Is this? Oh, there's no, not more of my hand. Where? Yep, there I am. Is this? No, I don't have anything. Okay, whatever.
Didn't end up in your hands. So we wanted to just show you those challenges. Additionally, there's challenges in distribution and getting that product out to the customer, out to our 3PLs,
I'm stressing myself
out to
out.
everyone. So we have all the way through this responsibility to focus on and make sure that we keep costs low, that we make sure we deliver on time, and that we deliver the highest quality product on time. Up in the upper left-hand corner, let me talk to you just a few minutes about the other things that cause us particular challenges within the environment that we work in. So I think I've noted for you before that we are basically.
This is September 2022 for top leaders of a $1 billion company.
This isn't a joke. This is real life. This is Young Living. Behind the scenes. Holy shit.
That I have been in the aerospace industry before, so I wasn't familiar with the essential oil processes. But when I got here to Young Living, I learned very quickly, we're an all-natural company. We do not tolerate any synthetic fragrances. We try to keep sugar content low.
Why did they not take this presentation off the screen and then make those symbols that she is showing on the top big underneath the essential oil supply chain value system? God.
Those three activities are challenging to keep supply. There are tons of people out there who say they supply natural oils without synthetic fragrances and low sugar activity. And frankly, that's not the case. There's a limited amount of suppliers that we can work with that we know are providing the quality of oils that we plan. All different challenges.
If you haven't listened to the transcripts that Kat and I have been reading, that we're trying to get through 4,000 pages of transcript, I will say the tea is in the transcripts, and it does not support this. It does not support this message of, oh, we're the only ones that don't use unadulterated crap, and we don't blah, 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 blah. And that's not the case. That doesn't seem to be the case.
We've had that pesky pandemic that continues to hang on, that caused us challenges. There's global weather events and catastrophes that often will affect us in some way. Particularly in recent times, drought conditions, which have caused us to not be able to do some of our distilling activities in certain locations because of the fire risk, that kind of thing. So lots of challenges there in regards to global catastrophes. Wars. So wars are obviously disruptive. The Ukraine-Russia activity that's going.
The Ukraine getting invaded by Russia is disruptive to you. The lack of empathy and are you kidding me? Third-party testing also says nope.
Going on right now is very, very disruptive to the industry. From sunflower lecithin, where two countries that are the highest producers of sunflower in a war, and and absolutely tearing up the fields and causing us some problems. So we can be affected by wars all over the globe, but Russia, Ukraine has been particularly disruptive. Then we have regulatory changes, and those happen on a
particularly
pretty
disruptive.
regular basis.
God.
We have a amazing legal and regulatory group that works through these issues, that stay on top of them, that keep us notified and help us react to those changes, but they do cost money and time. So those are challenges as well. Current economic conditions are also a disruptive part of our supply chain. Costs rise, people's money doesn't go as far as it should, or we would want that to. And so there's often difficulties there in economic conditions.
You make people buy 100 PV a month, which is well over $100 a month, to access the rank system in Young Living, and people's dollar is not stretching as far as it can. Even though you could actually make that a non-issue for people in the rank system to not have to buy their check. But wait, you don't. I don't have any sympathy for Young Living. I don't have any sympathy for this lady. I've lost my empathy. I've lost my sympathy. I don't know where it is, but it's not here. I don't know what to say. This is one of the worst presentations I've ever seen, mostly because of what they're saying, but secondarily because of KidPix 1993. It's like KidPix and the emojis had a baby, and it was this presentation. And other than some of the alignment issues, I think she made this herself, and I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just saying, for a $1 billion company to put this out, I'm pissed. I'm mad.
Like we're currently facing today, and I know all of you are very aware of all of those. Political issues, disputes, arguments, border disputes, regulatory, Brexit wasn't that long ago, all of those political things that happen that challenge supply chain. And lastly, competition, and especially in the MLM world.
Competition? Oh my God.
Certainly, competition can get, as we've seen in the past few weeks, can get very...
Her picture is covering up the competition icon. So if she had done another slide that had removed her supply chain and then allowed her graphics that at the top to go in the center, spaced out between the bottom of the essential oil supply chain value stream and the bottom of the page, it wouldn't have been covered up. And you know what addresses competition in a meaningful way? Answering the needs and the questions of the consumer. Like, what about your testing? Oh, you can find all of our testing for all batches available on our website. Holy shit, what a concept. But they don't do that. They just say, look at all this other stuff that's going wrong. Look in the mirror, Young Living. Look in the freaking mirror. And Ben Riley, if you see this video, have the day you deserve. Because you could have let people ask questions in the executive calls, in the silver calls, in the platinum calls, in the diamond calls, in the crown diamond calls, in the royal crown diamond calls. I was in the executive calls for a year, and you always turned, whoever was leading that always turned the questions off. And we asked about shipping. We asked about supply chain. We asked about making sure that the shipping department was getting the product to the customer. And then the questions were turned off after that meeting. So what are we supposed to do? Now Kira said that they're asking for people to come in so they can do this test group and ask questions because they want to hear what we think. You never wanted to hear what we thought. I'll be mean if you want. Oh my God. I'm eating gluten in support of you, DC.
Very, very disruptive to the supply chain. So my group tries to stay above the fray, tries not to respond all the time, and just wants to give you guys the comfort and confidence that basically we understand our value stream, we understand what we need to do to execute, and we quietly and every day work to execute to what our original founders wanted from our essential oils. And I think we do a pretty amazing job of that. So that's our supply chain on the front end. I got a chance to talk to you about that, and I'm super glad. In future videos, I'm hopeful that we can go on and talk to our warehousing fulfillment.
Oh my gosh, Karina, that's incredible. Look at this stuff. Isn't it neat? Wouldn't you think our scheme is complete, Ursula, as the leader? Karina, that's the best comment of the night so far.
Housing and fulfillment. But I also want to address some of your most important concerns. So let me talk about the state of the supply chain as we go into peak season, very important season for all of us. We've been working very hard in the supply chain, and these are just a few bullet points of what we're working on, but I want you to have confidence that the supply chain is under—
We're not even being consistent with our colors.
Direction, structure that has the best interest of the company in mind. So we have a formalized strategic planning session where it includes strategy, communication, organizational design, and that is designed to be aligned with the overall corporate strategy. So our supply chain has our own departmental strategy that's aligned with the overall corporate strategy, which is obviously focused on the member experience. Ben, I know, has talked to you recently about our offsite and our strategy sessions. I'm super excited about
Karina with a K. Yes.
Hearing more about what we're doing as an organization. We've done some organizational design modifications in our supply chain. We wanted to clarify, what is the structure? What are our roles? What are our responsibilities?
Here's what your responsibilities are. Understanding the demand of your product and meeting that demand with a supply, and being a trusted and reliable source for people to get product when they know they can buy it from you. Why is this difficult, and why am I the only one who understands this? You don't need a big meeting about this. Oh my God. You're telling me you're spending time on an organizational chart design? You're saying that you're redoing roles and responsibilities and that we have a clear structure? Get the damn product to the customer. Is this in the red just like Young Living? Maybe. Oh, no BS though. Leo could probably do a better presentation than this.
It eliminates the ambiguity and the overlap, and it helps us to better quickly serve you.
It's not even centered.
What we want to make sure is that information is streamlined.
I know it's left aligned, but still.
Problem resolution happens as quickly as possible. And the only way you can do that is design a collaborative organization. And for me, that also includes an agile organizational design where we move to issues in a cross-functional way.
This could have been an email.
And able to move quickly to try to resolve some of the issues. So
here's what they should have been answering. We're pivoting. We're going to spend money. We're not going to waste money on a new strategy. We're not going to waste money on new communication. We're not going to waste money on a new organizational chart. We're not going to waste money on making sure there's a clear structure. We're not going to waste money on redoing roles. We're not going to waste money on identifying responsibility. We're going to allocate money to make testing available and have those records digitally upload every time any product is tested anywhere in the world. That's what you do. Can you imagine? I could imagine.
We're working very hard on organizational design. We've also implemented sales and operations planning. That's revolving around our forecast and demand planning activities. It's a difficult time to be accurate in regards to forecasting. Especially when you are working through so many of the supply chain challenges.
I mean, you've hurt the demand for the product because people cannot trust that you're going to have the product that they want to buy. Anyone want to hear a rumor? I have no proof, but it came up from up high up. Yes. Rumor mill, let's go. Let's go. Give us the tea. Is it just me? My eyes hurt. My eyes are bleeding, so it's fine. Where'd they all hurt? I'm so excited. We always want to hear what Kira has to say. Let's see. I'm taking a break from the PowerPoint. I'm like watching the live chat like a hawk. You can just imagine like a distillery with MLM on the side, and Kira is like distilling it and, you know, making us all tea from, you know, the carnage of the MLMs that she slayed, you know? Apparently, and this is just a rumor, YouTube, this is just a rumor. Do not accept this or take this as fact. So I'm not stating this as fact in any way, shape, or form. Apparently, Young Living is 3 months behind on their mortgage. What? That rumor. Holy crap. Holy crap. Holy crap. Let's see. We need to make better.
But I believe
Scenes
that
in my-
working with the markets internationally, working with the US and Canada group, certainly we are getting far more accurate in our forecasting. And you want us to be accurate. We want to reduce those out of stocks, and we want to make sure that we don't overstock. Because from a member perspective, both of those are bad.
Beth is Beth is British, so also be nice a little bit because Beth is British, I think.
Out of stocks for obvious reasons, and overstocks certainly don't help as well to have inventory that is slow moving in our facility. So we are trying to progress towards pinpoint accuracy. I actually have 3 leaders that are now working for me in the supply chain. This front end that I just described to you is being ran by a gentleman named Mike Ferris. Mike Ferris is our executive director of supply chain for that front end. He handles everything from forecasting through procurement and purchasing. And we like that. Mike's been, I think, with Young Living for about 6 years. He's got 30 years in supply chain. He is very versed in sales.
It's okay,
and
royal
operations
suck
planning.
ass. Okay.
He's already making his mark. He's been doing it for a couple of months now, and he will continue to do that for us, and we will be better because of it. Vendor performance and relationship management from procurement, we're working very heavily on that. As you guys know that have grown up with Young Living, certainly we have had to scale at a massive rate in order to support our growth. And our vendor performance and relationship management practices haven't scaled in the way that I would like to see that happen as quickly as I would like to see that happen. So we are actively working on that. The reason why that's important to you is that if we measure our performance accurately, we'll get quality, cost, and delivery improvements. And
Quality, cost, and delivery improvements? What do you mean by that? Cost is going to what? Go down or not go up as much as it has? But in the cost of every essential oil, paying all of the uplines and the downlines is built in. So I don't understand how you can even speak to the cost of that.
having them help us meet our targets if we're working to measure them, and then also working with them to make sure our relationships are
Yeah, Mari, shout out.
The culture of quality,
Silent
we're making
killer.
culture of quality improvements in the supply chain. We've always been a quality-based organization. All of us have always been focused on quality as our main focus. But certainly one of the things that we could do to help improve that is by generating a mindset of quality in everyone in the organization. So instead of having a watch.
Yeah, at convention, Mary said that they were operating at a loss. So I mean, they took away the fast start bonus for a while. And then they pissed off a bunch of reps, and then they gave it back, and then they took the product you would get at 100 PV, and then they gave it back. So I think that they were operating at a loss, but then they started losing the people bringing money in. So then they were like, okay, we'll give it back, but it's been too late. Amari and Modir, yep, and Q Sciences. Q Sciences rated our team. So
quality into our product. We want to make sure that everyone along the way.
New Year's kickoff. You're right.
Processes if they're not running correctly, and ensuring that the product meets the highest quality. So we're trying to drive that mindset. And Jonah Detro has taken on the basically production through final shipping. He's got the back end of our supply chain. And he also has a quality group who has been introduced into that production area. They work with the production group and they provide education and training to drive that quality mindset. And we're trying to shift to a teaching location versus a watchdog quality implementation. So you'll see further shifts to that as we go through the upcoming months and years. So additional activities that we're doing is we're making production adjustments. So in our bottling areas, we're looking
Is this supposed to be a joke or like a play on State of the Union, but it's State of the Supply Chain?
at overall equipment effectiveness. It's a very good tool for us to be able to check on availability, quality.
Could you imagine if they had a digital system that automatically uploaded testing results to their website so you can click on batch numbers and see the testing and then see if it was rejected or accepted for bottling? Could you imagine?
And efficiency. So we look at those three categories in our production areas to make sure that we drive efficiency improvement, which drives down cost reduction, which of course is something that our members should be very interested in. We're working on warehouse management and improvement activities. We're consolidating and measuring.
Maybe she's thinking the blue. Wait, that's not even.
It's a very good project.
That's not even the same blue.
We actually are consolidating 5 of our warehouse locations to 2 locations, which assist in cost, which assist in inventory control. There's so many things about having everything under one roof. And if you
I think she's using the blue as a positive and the red as a negative, or the red's their stuff
get
they
an
had to
opportunity
change.
to come to our Spanish Fork DC for sure.
Their consolidation of 5 warehouse locations to 2 locations. Can you say, that's never a good thing. That's never a good thing. Tish, what's up? This presentation is a fucking disaster, like Young Living apparently. Yes, Tish is reading them their rights.
Or you can go see our new
Consolidation of 5 warehouse locations to 2 locations. That's never good. That's never good.
we called it DC5. It's the Comena building. It's a new warehouse.
It's
but
never
now
good.
DC2
It's never
because
good.
we've combined all the other warehouses and we're working very hard to get out of them by the end of the year and save some costs for the organization.
Save some costs for the organization. This is not good language.
Transportation and logistics. We're actively monitoring and adjusting to our environment. We have a really solid transportation and logistics.
You're sending your testing back from Croatia to Young Living in the United States, and you're trying to actively monitor and adjust to the environment regarding transportation and logistics. Read the room. Read your whatever you do. This does not. No. No. Tish, they send their products to be bottled in Croatia. The Croatia doesn't have the testing facilities to test the oils for whatever, their purity. So they send batches or tests of those batches back to the United States to test again after they've been bottled. I recorded my first Young Living video yesterday, but I'm behind with downloads. Uploads.
Logistics group, a really solid transportation and logistics leader. They're working 24/7 to monitor conditions and adjust.
What is
Cost
with
and
the
delivery
red?
control, obviously, is the outcome that we get from those types of activities, which we all want. I actually contacted our leader, Debbie Jarrett, of our transportation
This is
group,
the oldest of the 3 I
and
sent.
asked her how
Tish.
we were thinking about the potential train strike, which was averted, but she had a plan for me.
Is Savannah going to cover any of these, Kira?
Contingency plan ready and waiting for if there was any problem. So very good transportation and logistics group. Then we're making fulfillment, quality, and performance adjustments. So this one is very much on your all's mind, I'm sure. It's very much on mine. It's very much a member experience activity. So we're doing location analysis of our 3PLs. We're looking at performance measurements of those. We do have service level agreements with our current 3PL, and we work to make sure that they're adhering to those. And if they do not, there's penalties that are applied when they don't hit their performance metrics. Those are
She just used a bunch of language and jargon that the people who are on this call are not going to understand. And it feels evasive to me. It feels like she was saying, oh, we're doing a lot to take care of you, and then she didn't say a lot when she just went into detail.
are all around cost control and order accuracy. We also are looking at packaging improvements, product protection. There's been a few unfortunate pictures shared with me in regards to our kitchen and bath scrub and some of our.
And again, you have this presentation on a stark white background with the black text, and then you're using blue and red. We don't know what the blue means. We don't know what the red means. We don't know what either of those colors mean. You could have given us a, what is it? A little table, a little chart. What is it called? A legend to be able to tell us what the red and the blue mean. Are we supposed to guess?
Our other products, Ningxia Red, of course, has been an ongoing issue that we're really working hard to resolve. But product protection improvements and certainly sustainability initiatives, there continues to be reports of one unit being in a very large box with a lot of fill in that box, and that's certainly not what we want. So we have a packaging
They're spending too much money on packaging. Great.
training that's about 47 pages long for new folks.
So they spent money to print out 47-page long training when they could have done it via video and trained their people for much less. Are you serious? Is this for real, Kira? Awakened, we have 22,222 founders NFTs because they're going to be snapped up. Yesterday, 140,000 people signed up, which is still too many, but funny anyway. Holy crap. We're so behind on editing, but this is bad.
That join us. We're looking at making the appropriate improvements there. So it's more controlled than it is variable. So looking at those as well. You may have noticed that we have a new green air pillow that is in our packages. Those are made from recycled material and they can be recycled. So really super excited to at least try to continue to drive a more sustainable packaging.
Let me direct your attention back to sending oil samples to Croatia to get, sending your oil batches to Croatia to get bottled. Then sending the bottles from Croatia, some of them back to the United States to get tested because you don't have testing facilities in Croatia, but you are concerned about the environment and sustainability for your packaging. Am I hearing this correctly?
Organization, and we won't
Oh,
stop there. There's
14,000
plenty that we can be doing to make that better. We're also working on back order guideline adjustments. So one of the things when we ran into our recent issue, I think it was late July, early August, when we were talking about fulfillment problems and we were seeing some delays in fulfillment. One of the things that really stuck out was when a product went into back order and how long it took to get that product out of back order and shipped to a member. And certainly I can understand the frustration there. So we are making.
Can you understand the frustration there? Because I bet you don't have to wait for any essential oils because you work for headquarters at Young Living. Do you really understand? I don't think any of the C-suite understand. I don't.
Making some significant guideline changes on when a product's allowed to go into back order and when we allow that, or when we note that that product is out of stock. So several guideline adjustments in that area. And then system improvements for member notifications.
Oh boy.
Often what I get the most is folks who will share with me that it still shows processing in the warehouse. Our notifications show label created. I'm going to talk about that a little bit here in the next slide. But our member notifications and how their product is going through the process and whether they can trust the tracking has been a significant concern, and we continue to work on those system improvements. Finally, shipping, carrier negotiation, improving the member experience while controlling costs is a significant activity that we're doing. We need to reduce our...
Shouldn't the packaging improvements been under the shipping bullet? Shouldn't that have gone under the shipping? Shipping, carrier negotiation, cost control, and member experience. You're saying that you've been open for since 1993, and it's almost your 93 to 2003 to 2013. You're almost at your 30-year mark, and you're telling me you don't have the best shipping price? You haven't negotiated that up until this point? Oh, you're saying it to Northeast and Hawaii and Alaska. Reduce shipping times to large population, but they're saying up there, cost control. I don't understand.
Shipping times to large populations, specifically to everyone, actually, but specifically the Northeast and Hawaii, Alaska areas are plagued by long shipping times. And so we are doing everything possible. I have an exciting announcement for you at the end of the video that I believe that you will
Is it
appreciate very
exciting?
much
Are we
on
going to be
reducing shipping
excited?
times to some of our largest populations. This is a source of frustration for sure.
Source of frustration for
Improve
sure.
performance in populations through order management. So when I say order management, we have an order management system that says this order should go to this location. Right now it's state-based. So whatever state you live in determines where we fulfill your product from.
Right.
And then we also have some order management of whether inventory is available, et cetera, and it shifts the orders. And so we want to improve performance there. We want to make sure that we're doing the right things to ensure that we're shipping out of the right locations to minimize the shipping times that are already.
You're saying that hasn't been taken care of and you've been open for 30 years almost?
Too long for some of our members. So here's the first of what I hope is an exciting announcement. And yes.
Oh my God. Geographically incorrect map, but okay.
This slide's just a little bit blurry, so I apologize. But let's talk about.
The slide's a little bit blurry, so I apologize. Why didn't your marketing team help you with this PowerPoint presentation for the diamonds? If you're a diamond in Young Living and you saw this presentation, hello, we have this video recorded. My next question is, why do y'all put up with being treated like this, that you don't deserve incredible presentations, that they just throw stuff together for you?
About our fulfillment locations. So we have our Spanish Fork, Utah location.
Dear God.
The original, the OG. We have a Calgary, Canada location, and it's ran by a company called Landmark. Also, we have a location in Toronto, Canada, ran by a company called Landmark.
That's in a lawsuit,
we have
Kira.
Our Horn Lake, Mississippi location currently being ran by GXO, which is there in Horn Lake, Mississippi. It's owned by GXO, of course, and that's the company that is running that particular location. So today, I'm happy to get to tell you that we have initiated and are actively standing up a location in Buffalo, New York. And Buffalo, New York is going to be a wonderful location for us. When I mentioned Landmark in Calgary, Canada, and Toronto, Canada, that's who is running our Buffalo, New York site. We will be doing approximately, and I'll show you here in a minute, about 15 states in the Northeast fulfillment out of our Buffalo, New York site. So I'm completely excited about that. The shipping times are across the board for sure, but the most concentrated concern for shipping comes out of our Northeast area. Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine, New York. Those locations are high population locations for us and are underserved in regards to shipping time. That facility will be up and running starting October 23rd. So completely excited about that. They're going to be running minimal quantities, but we do have that location available to us. Now, when we were talking to Landmark about opening up a Buffalo, New York.
This is basically thrown together to give diamonds and the bullshit handbook to feed their teams who keep asking questions because we're exposing facts. They have 2 Canadian locations, but they couldn't bother to have Canada on the map. Good point. Very good point, Sky.
York location.
I think they were talking to
us that they had some availability in Los Angeles, California. So Los Angeles, California will be a site that we will be bringing up right after the first of the year. We want to get the Buffalo, New York site put in place. We don't have quite as many problems on the West Coast as we do on the East Coast.
How come they don't just sell their oils through Amazon? Because Amazon already ships stuff well. How come they don't just get rid of their distributors and sell them through Amazon? Diamonds are third from the top. Royal Crown Diamond, Crown Diamond, Diamond. This group has diamonds and up. Yep.
So Los Angeles, California will be a new site for fulfillment center in that location as well. Also ran by Landmark, also running smaller quantities, but they will help serve us in a greater way and provide a better member experience. So the Buffalo, New York site will be handling about 15 states in the Northeast. Of course, Horn Lake, Mississippi will have a majority of the Midwest and the Southeast. Spanish Fork, Utah will still have what we would call the Intermountain West. And don't make fun of my lines. You guys, geography wasn't my most spectacular subject in the whole world, but these lines are there as a reference. And then Los Angeles, California, once it's up and running, we'll be taking care of our Hawaiian shipments. our Alaska shipments, and a lot of our West Coast shipments. So super excited. We're getting our fulfillment centers closer to the populations that we serve to make sure we serve them in a better way. And so super excited about what we're doing in fulfillment. And then finally, Calgary and Toronto basically handle the East and West Coast of Canada. So
I just think if they sold their stuff through Amazon, it would solve all of their distribution problems. My aunt lives in the USA. She sent something to South Korea. I will get in about 3 to 4 days. Yeah, Young Living doesn't know what they're doing. It takes 10 days to get something in Young Living a lot of times. 10 for something small.
we are surrounding our population in North America. We're happy to be doing that. And those are some of the improvements that we're making. So let's talk again about state of the supply chain. And I need to explain just a little bit about labeling, shipping, and tracking.
Y'all, they make vector files of the United States where the states are active, and you could have shown all the states in one color. And then you could have said, look, this distribution center is going to be this color, and it's going to handle all these states. And then you make the states the color of that distribution center. And then you show the next distribution center. This distribution center is going to cover all these states. Then you can make all those the color, and so on and so forth. And it's just the click of a button. The click of a button. Man.
Because that has been a concern, and I completely understand why. And I want to make sure that I present to you some of the aspects of shipping that you may not be aware of, although I'm sure most of you are familiar with it. So we have a package. That package is sent through our process in our fulfillment centers.
Not the graphics again.
And that label is either manually or automatically placed on the box, depending on what process it's going through. And then we load that box on a truck. So just to describe the situation to you, all of our DCs have dock doors that have a UPS truck, a FedEx truck, many different types of transportation parked up at the dock. And throughout the day, as we label products, we load those trucks appropriately depending on how we plan to ship those packages. So throughout the day, we have packages going up into the truck. Now, those trucks are just a trailer. There's no truck attached. And the carrier comes and picks up those trucks on a scheduled basis. And it's usually based on the carrier's schedule because they assign and are scheduling those trucks. Because of the value of our product, because of the value of the packages, we close and lock that door on the truck when that truck has been completed.
You have a Jody alert?
What you'll see when...
Tell us all the things. We're lucky you were recruited as a consultant and not in a C-suite DC. You would have killed it. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what they're doing. Autism trigger warning. Apparently, she also published something through the Science Publishing. Yeah, that's the same publishing company that my Young Living Bibles published through. Called Speak Up Buttercup, How I Brought My Son Back from Autism. Holy shit. Oh my god. I will say, specifically, you know, we address things that people say that are misinformation and harmful to others, especially when what someone specifically is saying is being used to personally profit off of their need for a health solution. And she is very, it is an easy thing for people to, I guess people could look up her last name, no big deal. I don't want to participate in sharing her last name. I tried to do that on my YouTube video, and someone who is not a Young Living member anymore, they are in a new MLM, they shared my video, and they shared Jody's last name, Which, sure, you can find out yourself, but what's the purpose of that? You're sharing it so people will leave Young Living so they join you in your new multi-level marketing company? I mean, where's the care and not creating a situation where you're directing targeted harassment towards them, you know? Fucking hell, as an inclusion teacher, this makes me so mad. Oh, in my book, Clowntown? Yeah. The big C, epilepsy, autism, tumors, what's it when your bones are brittle? What is it? Osteoarthritis, osteoporosis or whatever. Twisted ankle, stuff with your girl parts, PCOS, endometriosis, sinus infections, asthma, allergies, colds, pneumonia, bronchitis, broken bones. I mean, it's 700 pages or something like that. If you saw my story yesterday, we were talking about the same person. Yep. Yeah, I'm going to go over that book because... And you know what? Young Living, I think, is associated with a publishing company that published that book. And then they said, oh, you can't tell brand partners that they should buy that book. Every single Young Living big wig tells people to buy that book. Every single one. And not only that, Val and Karina, y'all don't have to be nice about this because it's medical misinformation at its finest. They give you prescriptions of what to use for each of those ailments. Yeah. I mean, we can be not nice about the book. The book's awful.
And that truck has been loaded is label creation.
I have a setup where I'm going to show a top-down view of the book. I'm going to start doing streams with the book because the book's awful.
Not in the system. And this happens to be a United States Postal Service example, but label created can be seen in a lot of different locations.
She has all this space. Y'all, I'm going to be petty about the marketing. That is my job. This is what I do for a living. I put books together. I've done books that are published. I've done annual reports. I've done literally everything under the sun. This is just a PowerPoint. Why is the label covering the subtitle? I'm a bit over being nice. I'm okay with tripping off the high road for certain people. I'm at the book here, but I'm curious about that too. Yeah, no, this company can absolutely rot. This is so bad. I just don't understand why this is covering the subtitle. You have all the space in the world on this PowerPoint.
And we had a member that was super concerned about why we showed the product as shipped when the label was created. So the label creation process comes from the software of our carrier.
Freaking
system. When we create that label, it's the first notification to the carrier that there is a package waiting for them to be picked up. And because of the way the trucks are picked up and scheduled and blocked, often we cannot get a signal back when that carrier receives in the product. So it's not like they're coming to our trailer and they're scanning every package that's loaded in the trailer. What happens is that trailer is picked up and sent to a distribution site within whatever carrier we're utilizing. So it's unloaded there and it's scanned there for the first time. So that's when it gets in the carrier's hand. And we don't have...
The problem is, Val, for that book, they've tried to make it more PC. The edition I have is awful. So whatever PDF you find, just make sure it's the one that's telling you all the solutions for every medical ailment you could have ever thought of. And it gives you a step-by-step how to do every single one.
A connection between that carrier scan.
Look at
and
that line.
when the carrier scans it, it doesn't come back and notify us. So the only possible way, at least for our systems and the way we work, is that we note that it's shipped when the label is created because it is transferred ownership to that carrier. So the time between the time which a label is created, the packages are in the truck, and the time in which the carrier has recognized and scanned those can have an impact on the next tracking notification that you get. So something to consider.
Yeah,
Often,
they're walking the
first place it goes is
packages to
what
their
they call
customers,
an origin
apparently.
distribution
For legal
center. And
reasons,
that
that's a
origin
joke.
easy for me to say. Distribution center then does all the sorting and activity to send it to the appropriate regions. So once
They're just trying to make excuses as to why their shipping is so freaking slow.
that happens, they load it back on a truck, and that truck then goes often to a regional location where they again scan and they again sort and they again load it on the truck to go to the right location, often to post offices or to the UPS locations where they load the trucks. So from there, once it's been through the origin distribution center, through the regional distribution center, again, it's unloaded. Often, if this is something that's using the post office, it gets unloaded to the post office where they scan that they've received in, and the carrier for the post office has the package. They then sort as well to the individual addresses in the local region, and they scan
Is
again
she
to say it's
manually
on
drawing
the
this
mail
right
truck.
now?
So then we're on the mail truck, and then of course it's delivered either to your mailbox or often to your doorstep. So just to give you an example of this happens to be tracking history.
Oh my
from
God,
one of
just give
Jonah's
us a new
packages.
page.
He wouldn't tell me what he bought, but certainly it's one of Jonah's packages. And you can see a similar process. So you can see where it was accepted down at the bottom at the UPS origin site. Then it went to a USPS regional facility. Then it went, departed that regional facility. In this particular instance, it went to the post office, then was loaded on the truck, and then it was delivered. So honestly, from a tracking perspective, there's so many things that can happen.
You know what this is? This is a kid telling his teacher, my dog ate my homework. It's not my fault. It's the dog's fault. And here's what the dog did and how the dog was conspiring against me to eat my homework and to get me in trouble with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what this feels like. It feels like, hey, it's everybody else's fault except for our fault, even though we're the ones that chose the distributors and the shipping companies and the process and blah, blah, blah. It's not our fault. It's not our fault the shipping doesn't update. It's not our fault. It's not our fault. It's not our fault. Come on, look in the mirror, Young Living.
During that tracking activity. But
Oh, that
this
should be
is
a
the
good
reason
edition,
why
Clown
these
Town.
office-
I think I have the 7th edition. Mine has the pet section, which is awful.
the label created.
So if the master one, the big one, the desk reference, is the one that has all of the prescription-y type stuff. There's a pocket reference that doesn't have as much.
And then there may be a delay between that and the first time the carrier sees that they've gathered the package. So many of you know in our Spanish Fork, BC, we
Yep,
don't currently
Croatia.
run
It
weekend
is
operations.
Croatia.
We do for expedites. We do for large volume events. We'll be working
Yep.
some weekends during our peak season, but we
That
don't.
should be
So
good.
anything that gets label
Val.
created on the weekend and loaded in the truck, if the carrier does not pick that truck up till Monday morning, there's going to be a delay before that carrier
Yep.
scans it and notices.
And it
not
has
notices,
something for E. coli. It has something for Ebola. It has something for YouTube. I am talking about warning people about the dangers of misinformation. I am not recommending any of this shit. It's awful. It's awful. It is awful. They have stuff. Oh, and they also have the where to put oils on your body for acupressure or whatever, which isn't acupuncture, or I don't know. It's just
scans it and notifies you that the carrier has picked it up. So I wanted to kind of explain that process just a little bit more. I know that you're probably very aware of it, but sometimes it's super easy to get confused. So
you're not smart enough to understand the information that I'm sharing, even though I couldn't spend enough time on this presentation to make it look better or talk to the marketing team about showing you what the hell we're doing in the supply chain. Okay, got it.
a little bit more, another bit of information that I know that you are waiting on.
Oh,
is
yeah.
Site availability.
Trigger warning. I don't have my trigger warning here. Here we go. Let me just put it up. Trigger warning. Hold on. Media file. Images. Add. New. New source. Where's my trigger warning page? I need to find it. 1 second. 'Cause I need to put it in here anyways. Where's my trigger warning? Is it in my snark notes? Here we go. Snark. Snark crew? No. No. Wait, where is it? Is it in downloads? Are we being professional right now? Sure aren't. Where the flippity flop did I put it? I'll have to find it later. I put it in my file. Young Living versus Young Living? No. Young Living. I'd have so many files on my... OBS? Nope. It must be on the desktop. I have a trigger warning one I made to, like, let people know, like, easily visible that there's a trigger warning coming up. Is this it? Yes. This is it. Alright, hold on. This is not it. Transform. Fit to screen. Oh, God. Ding, ding. There we go. Trigger warning. Alright. In that book, Val, there is infertility procedures for becoming pregnant. I've got some Glade plugins I can rate if it's jasmine, vanilla, or ginger. Yeah, I made it big so that will get people's attention. I'm starting to use it in my pre-filmed ones. It's not great. It's just, bright yellow. So
I want to tell you a few things about product availability. The U.S. sales team is reintroducing the back in stock day, and they've determined that to be Thursdays every week. I know there was quite a bit of concern with the ability to get ready for when something's back in stock and make sure that you were notifying your teams. And so that's something that we're going to put back in place. I think it's a great idea. So
the tough part is, and again, I wouldn't share this. I'm going to share it with y'all on the live crew because this is a real experience and I don't know how to process through it. The upline that I signed up with, she had... Sorry, trigger warning again. Just understand it's a trigger warning, okay? Trigger warning. She and her husband are incredibly healthy. He is a fighter pilot, and she runs marathons and is very physically fit. They're both incredibly healthy. Their doctor let them know that they're both healthy. They had not been able to get pregnant. Then they got pregnant and they had a miscarriage. Okay? Then that's what started her on this journey of detoxing and like only using non-chemical stuff in her house. And so, that's what started it. And then, so she was using the Progessence. This is not medical information. This is what they did. This is what I'm struggling with because some of the stuff in that book seemed to help them because she has 2 kids now. And so she, used the Progessence, I guess, the Progessence Plus, which progesterone, which is a no, I guess it's a known thing. I don't know. If you're in science stuff, just comment below. I'm not trying to push anything. I'm just saying I'm confused. She used one of those things in the book, and then she was able to get to whatever week she needed to, but then she had to do the shots for her. I think she had some kind of blood disorder. I think she had to do shots every day of her pregnancy until she gave birth. So I'm not trying to say like essential oils do shit. I'm not. I'm saying I'm very confused. That's why I stayed in so long, because I saw people like my former friend struggle and then seemingly solve their problems with freaking essential oils, and progesterone is what I use not to get pregnant. Yeah, I don't know. It's basically, like, I don't know. It's just, I don't know. I'm just telling you what she did. And it was very painful. Like, her pregnancy that she lost was incredibly painful. And I was on her team when she lost her baby. And then I was on her team when she got pregnant. And then she had her baby. And then I left when she was still pregnant, and she had her baby after I left. I don't know. I guess my only thought was that she wasn't completely infertile, but had a complicated pregnancy. So, like, the oils didn't help, but it seemed like it was parallel. Okay, I'll watch it, Fizzlesticks. I'm just saying, like, for the empathy, or, like, when you're talking to people who have been in Young Living, a lot of times, like, it's a little bit complicated. It feels twisty and complicated, and I'm not okay with promoting misinformation, and I hope I didn't just do that with sharing that experience. I'm just trying to say it's complicated trying to unlearn stuff and relearn good things. And where do you learn good things? Because it's all tied up with people I know, and then they had really seemingly good things happen for them. So I don't know. I don't know. It's just hard.
Supporting that. Another thing to note is you can expect many of your favorites to make an appearance for peak holiday season. I've been privy to some of the things that the U.S. sales team has in store for our Young Living family, and it is very exciting. And then the marketing team is actively working on communication improvements. I'm excited about that as well. Lindy, Danielle Brown, lots of the marketing team is actively working on making sure product communication and just marketing communication overall is improved. And I know
I'll have
that's
to
something
watch
that
it,
you guys would
Karina.
appreciate very, very much as well. So let's talk about actual products.
Oh no!
Is currently scheduled
Karina, I'm
to be back in stock on
sorry.
October
I didn't
20th.
know that.
Many of you have heard the story, but I'll probably tell you one more time. Raw material, we have a raw material
I'm
called
sending you so
Hydro
much love. I'm so sorry,
from a
Karina.
supplier in Asia, and there was some delay in that raw material, unfortunately. Often we can go and get a one-for-one substitute. Not in this case. We couldn't find any peach ceramide that met our criteria for the quality of product that we expect and will always deliver. So we have to wait for the Hydro Peach. And in this instance, I know that's difficult, and I know that's frustrating
I'm
for
so
the
sorry,
folks, because
Karina.
collagen happens to be a daily use product, and it's difficult. But encourage your team to know that it's the highest quality product, and it's expected to be back in stock on the 20th. Now, the raw material supplier has not yet received their raw material, so there's still a bit of ambiguity. I will keep you updated and posted from a communication standpoint, but it's currently scheduled to come back in stock October 20th. ImmuPro comes back this Thursday. We have a vendor delay. Without going into details, I don't expect to continue to have those vendor delays in the future.
I didn't mean to surprise you with that in the chat. I should have been more careful. I hope that I don't know what to say. I wish that I could do something to help you, but I'm very sorry you're going through this, Karina.
For ImmuPro, such an important product, but we will have that product back in stock on this Thursday. ICP. So I call this our back to the roots. We have a product called ICP Daily. You guys are probably way more familiar with the product than I could ever hope to describe at this point. Yeah. But back to our roots, the ICP product is coming back. That will be available on September 22nd.
Very sorry.
Which also means that the cleansing trio will be back September 22nd. So just in time for peak season.
It's just like companies like fucking Young Living prey on people that are going through like trauma after trauma of not being able to have kids or having miscarriages and their reps are preying on people who are looking for answers. No, you didn't bum us out. We care about you, and I care about you, and I'm glad that you let it out, because the live chat's a safe place to do that, and just know, like, we freaking care about you. And not having people that care about you sucks, and so, like, I care about you, and I'm sorry that's happening. I know how much you and your husband want another baby.
Then we'll have the cleansing trio back. And I just noticed that it said September 22nd stuff. So sorry about that, 22nd. Detoxime will be back October 20th. We had a raw material issue with that, which is now resolved. So we apologize for the delay in Detoxime. You'll see that back. Juba Power will be back October 6th. There was also a raw material delay that we were working on. Many of you have been asking about deodorants. We had tentatively thought we would be the late July, early August on deodorants, and we run deodorants through a rigorous stability test, and that's usually about 3 months worth of testing. We were nearing the end of that 3 months, and we had an issue that we had to tweak where it would not pass stability testing. It was actually, just to tell you how seriously we take quality, it was the performance of the packaging itself. It wouldn't raise or lower the deodorant in a way that we wanted that to happen. So that product was rejected, and we had to kind of go back to the starting point and work on improving that product as well. So we are now actively producing that product, and I expect that to release in
Young
time
Living's
for holiday
deodorants
season
are
as well,
awful.
November 1st. So we're making quality adjustments. Just in case you don't already know, the 3 deodorants that will be brought back in its new format, meaning better quality, won't flake, it won't bust off and fall onto your floor, is Valor. Valor is one of the scents that will be brought back, Citrogard, and then Meadow Mist. Those 3 are being brought back in this new format, and we're super excited to have that back for you guys. And I can't tell you how frustrating the deodorant process can be as far as producing it in a way that it provides the highest quality product for you. But we wanted to make sure that happens. We know that that deodorant is very important to our members. And again, we apologize for the delays, but we think you'll be happy with the end result. The BEK Business Essentials kits, that's been a problem. We went to print out some more books. We had some formatting issues. We had things that happened with it. The marketing group has stepped in. That book is going digital. And I know there's been some communication in regards to Facebook communication on what that will look like going forward from our marketing team. Our Mirror hair oil will be back September 22nd as well this week. That was a raw material issue. Linen spray, the Calm Linen Spray, October 6th. And then seasonal items. So we've gotten a lot of feedback from our members that if it's a seasonal item.
They try to make their own deodorant a lot of times, Tish, because Young Living's was so bad. And they do all these detox stuff with oils, and I mean, they wear deodorant that just doesn't smell. Their deodorant doesn't work, in my opinion.
Rather than showing it out of stock, could we institute some messaging that shows when it's going to be made available again because it's a seasonal item? Or perhaps there's a reason why we won't ship for a certain period of time. And we attempted to do that with our simplified lines where we told you when shipping would begin. So you could be very aware of when shipping would start. So actively working with the US sales team, the digital team, et cetera, to see if we can get better communication on our seasonal items. And then just overall notifications. We've got to get better at that. There's got to be a better way to do product availability, communications, a more
Your products are just out of stock all the time. What communication do we need? Your product's out of stock, so when it goes live, good luck. May the odds be ever in your favor. That's what the notification is.
Certainly a more automated way than the manual activity that we're doing currently. So that's our product availability update. If you have any specific questions, don't hesitate to reach out to me and ask me about those. Certainly there's some things upcoming that I think you'll be very excited and happy with, but these are the biggest ones that I thought maybe you would want to know about. So with that being said, In conclusion, I just want to let you know that the state of Young Living's
Another
supply chain
caller?
is strong. It really is. We've got a great
Is it strong? Are you serious? You can't just have that as the resolution for your paper that you're presenting to the class, because that wasn't supported by anything that you said.
foundation. We have to fix things. We have to make sure that we get better. We're going to get better through responding to your feedback, to putting processes and systems in place that provide a consistent result, a reliable result, which is probably what you want the most.
You recognize the responsibility. Young Living recognizes our responsibility to your business, and yet we are using emojis and clip art to present this to the diamonds. Are you serious?
And so we want to make sure that we do so. We recognize, and I wholeheartedly believe this, and I wholeheartedly mean it, is that we recognize
No
our
teacher would
responsibility
accept
to your
this.
business and how important it is that we get
No
the job
teacher
done.
would accept
And
this.
we are working around the clock to make sure that we do that. We work hard to get a little bit better and progress forward every day. And there's no need in
Yes, if everything goes as planned, I'm filming a video on Friday. Karina, that's amazing. These claims just light a fire under my ass to start making content again. Love that, Karina.
showing you the numbers, because if we're not meeting your expectations, it doesn't matter what the number says, but we are better and we will continue to drive to get better. We want you to be confident that we're focused on proactively identifying those issues and aggressively adjusting where we need to transform the operation. So you've often heard me talk about simplify, standardize, stabilize. That was our 2022 theme, and it remains our 2023
Wow.
theme as well. Keep things simple, keep things standard, and then make sure absolutely that you run it stably, in a stable manner, reliably every single day. And we're working very hard on that. Our next step is to transform our supply chain operation, to
You
take
have
it
needed
a
to
step
do this
higher,
for
to knock it up a
30
notch,
years.
to make sure that we become the supply chain of MB in a direct selling world. We really want to do that. We've been behind the scenes for quite a long time as a supply chain. I mean, obviously we're a sales organization.
What?
We are planning to execute, but at the same time, we have so much opportunity
We're planning to execute, but you haven't done it yet.
with
So
the organization that we have to become world class as well, and that is ultimately our goal.
you're a $1 billion company and you're not world class yet? Wait, this is ironic, is it not?
And then we are actively preparing for peak season. And what we really want the most is for you all to have fun during peak season with sharing and building your business and the holidays and your family
What?
and all those activities instead of dealing with supply chain problems. So we are actively preparing to try to resolve those problems. And I want you to know that you can reach out to me at any given point in time and tell me when something's happening. Tell me early.
No, I want you to spend time on the supply chain. I don't want you to spend time answering one-on-one questions from the diamonds.
And tell me often, and we'll get that corrected. We'll make sure that we do root cause and we try not to repeat our problems and we try to evaluate our system.
You repeat problems all the time. You know why I know that? Because I was in Young Living for 20, 20 to 21, 21, 22, 3 years.
Systems and processes to make sure that we make the appropriate adjustments for you and your business. So I'm going to quit screen sharing right now. And I'm just going to come back and tell you how much we love and appreciate each and every one of you.
Love
how
bomb.
much we
Love bomb.
want to support you, how much we want to serve you and your businesses, and how much that we appreciate your feedback. We appreciate the fact that you've stuck with us through some significantly difficult times in the past few months. And just know that we're here every day working to support you. And thank you so much for listening. And I look forward to talking to you again soon. Thank you, everyone.
Well, that was a shit show. What? I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say. I don't know what just happened. I need to find documentation that Young Living owned Life Life Science Publishing, because I am gonna tie all this crap together. Not making fun, honest question, what causes the blown out white of her face? So she has a low quality camera and it is blown out. So it's either too open and it doesn't have the ability to have a crisper resolution. So it's a bunch of things. It's not just dirty, it's just a low quality camera, and there's too much light, and it doesn't have the ability to make crisp pixels. How many diamonds are there? A lot. I don't know. I don't think Kira's here. So funny story, Young Living scrubbed their website from their rank ups. Let's just look real quick. Let's see. Young Living. Go to Google. Young Living Royal Crown Diamond. They scrubbed their website. So this does not include. Okay. They've added some people back, but this wasn't here before. What? Full camera, chat box, TV. What? No. Okay, there we go. Let me make this smaller. Sorry. My window is big. Sorry. I'm making it smaller. It's the beauty and the frustrating thing about OBS. Okay. I should have had this ready to go, but I didn't. Oh, man. Okay. We've got Adam and Vanessa Green. These are Royal Crown Diamonds, okay? Adam and Vanessa Green. Alyssa, Troy Francis, Anita. So let me show you. Annie Hauser is huge. Annie Hauser does a bunch of misinformation on everything. Health-wise. Alexa, stop. Let's see. Who do I know? Is this creepy? I'm sorry. I'm trying to find. This girl is the one that sent the message to Melissa Truitt that she was a disgrace to network marketing. She is the direct upline to my former Nesting Well leader. Let's see. They just revamped this because this was scrubbed before. Lindsay Teague Moreno, we've covered her comp plan. She went from 0 to Royal Crown Diamond in 15 months. I think it was the fastest run of all time because of her stacking method. So the lemon droppers technique is a technique. So she stacks 6 down even if she doesn't make any money. And so she makes millions upon millions of dollars, or she was at one time. Logan Randazzo was in my up line. She is associated with Jessica Garvin. Let's see. Let's see. Sorry, I'm trying to find the... So that's all the Royal Crowns so far, apparently. So here's a list of them. So it's not a ton. I think it's just cultural. Like, I think it's just cultural. Let me find the Crown Diamond. Let's see if we can do this. Here we go. Crown Diamond. Love it. Okay, here's the Crown Diamonds. My upline should be in here. There she is. I'm not going to say her name. Y'all can look at it for yourselves. She went from 0 to Crown Diamond at the beginning of 2019, or the December 2018. She went to And her husband, I think, is a platinum, or he's a diamond now. Because her husband's not here. There's not. Let's see. Dr. Edie Wadsworth? No! Oh no, did I... Is this distorted? No, I don't think it is. Let me see. There's someone else in our upline, but Jessica Garvin has surpassed her. This is just messed up. Okay. Dr. Oliver and Ellen Wanker. Yep, this is our upline. Oh, sorry. This was our upline to Jessica Garvin, I think. Or maybe she's under Jessica Garvin, I'm not sure. So not a ton. Let's go a diamond. I love on a website smart like this. Okay. These are diamonds. Allie Raskin. Let's see. Are they related? No, they can't be related to Annie Hauser, right? Sorry, I'm back. Sensi Duck Lady showed up on my page and I had to school a bee. Y'all, if you're not following Kira on her Facebook page, you're missing out. Let's see. They finally updated their website. Audrey Roloff from Little People Big World. She is a diamond now. Aubrey Kinch is a big person in our group, or was like a big person that people highlighted on our group. Let's see. Trying to read all these names. Do y'all like looking at these websites too? No. Hoskins, I think I've heard of. Danny Hampton, I've heard of her. Yup, she was highlighted in our group too. Let's see, we gotta see. Are they not gonna put Brooke's husband up here? Oh, I said I wasn't gonna say her name. God dang it. DC. Oh, he's got his pin on. Heather, okay. There we go. Look who we got here. Kevin. This is Brooke's husband. She is the crown. She's the crown diamond, and he is a diamond now. So they're moving on up there. She's stacked him to diamond. And she is at crown diamond. And she's about to get to royal crown diamond. Based on January 2022 Essential Edge, which was the last time they printed the ranks. And at that time, they listed everyone who had hit their highest rank, even if it was one time years ago. Wow. Who else do I know? Surprise, surprise. No one else was stacked to diamond. Trying to... Trying to see if... there's anyone from her downline. That, oh, look who it is. She dropped rank, huh? This is the girl who did the Big C protocol. Right? Yep. There are maybe 20 RCDs left. It looked like there was more on that page, but is that like fake? Are they just not pulling people that have dropped? I know that Brooke and Kevin are actively going up there because they just hit Crown this year, I think. None of her team are here. How interesting. Why is none of her team stacked up here? I believe you that there's only a few left. I'm just surprised that I'm not super surprised. I'm just, I guess I'm semi-surprised that they haven't, because they just redid this. They just uploaded these because they had wiped it around the time that the book fiasco happened in February. Miko? No, that's not her. I guess none of her team is platinum yet. I mean, let's see. Brand partner. Is there a platinum page? Nope. Not a platinum page. Huh. Well, it's interesting. Very interesting. Okay. Bye, Tish. Hang out in anti-MLM chats. Yeah, maybe. I'm surprised. I for sure am surprised. I'm surprised if they are hiding that many Royal Crown Diamond dropping because I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70. But that's all over the world. So it's not just, you know, it's not just the United States. This is for the USA. It's for Hong Kong, Philippines, Canada, Mexico, Australia, Indonesia, Austria, and Singapore. So maybe there's only 20 left in the USA. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Maybe they just haven't pulled people who have dropped out. They used to publish the Essential Edge monthly, but a few years ago they went to quarterly. They have always listed the diamonds and up by name until this past year. Okay. Yeah, these are, I mean, they wiped the website back when that book fiasco happened around February, March time. And then maybe they were just redoing it, but they wiped all the people who were involved with that from my understanding. Maybe they didn't do it on purpose, but it was weird. It was weird for sure. It was weird for sure. I'm trying to see. I'm surprised. I'm surprised that... Oh, it's our girl! Look! Response video. Look, Kira. Where is it? Look, it's our girl. Our health claim loving girl. Cherie Ross. She loves a good health claim. That's for sure. That is for sure. See my comment about number of Royal Crown diamonds. I saw that you said it's 20. I thought that's what you said. Soulful. See my other comment above. I saw that. I thought I read that one out loud. Based on the January 2022 list, the number of people who ever ranked Royal Crown Diamond is 84. In June of, I didn't read this one, sorry. In June of 2021, that number was 39 Royal Crown Diamonds. They launched the new website a month later in July 2021. Since then, my guess is maybe Royal 20. Got it. So I was keeping up with the website. Oh, Casey Wiegand. This is she is also my upline. Here, look. Where is she? This girl's also in my upline. They may have published something new. I remember when they were rolling out the new website, they wiped the people off of it. They wiped a lot of the people off of it in February of this year when the stuff was hitting the fan, and then they came out with this. So I'm wondering if they're trying to make it look like they're doing better than they are. I'm not sure. That's good to know, though. I remember getting I got the newsletter, or at least the Essential Edge. I know they just went to quarterly, but that's good info. Good info, Soulful. Thank you. Okay. Checking it. Okay. That's good info. And again, I find it suspicious that they wiped everybody when all that stuff was going down with that book, especially when Young Living was taking such a strong stance that they had no association with that book being sent out, even though I still have the newsletter that was sent out the year before that Mary Young was telling us how incredible the book was and that it was going to be published and that we should buy it. And then they're saying we don't know that book. We've never met that book. So Casey was in my upline. Then it was, I think it's Casey, then Jessica, then Brooke. I know Leslie Graham is in there somewhere, but I don't think she's Royal Crown Diamond yet. See, Jessica Garvin was one that sent that message to Melissa Truitt. I just don't know. Logan Randazzo is in our upline too, so there's like a whole trail of them. Logan is in it. She was part of our trainings. Then Casey. So it's, I don't know, they're very much into the crossover influencer oil space where they funnel people who like their aesthetic into potentially buying oil. So it's a whole twisty moment for sure. Also, apologies to everybody leaving me comments in the live chat. Sometimes I'm bad at reading them and I get distracted. So it definitely, it's weird. It's so weird. And again, it's also weird that so Brooke shot up to Crown Diamond. Here, let's take this out. Delete. Recognition Crown Diamond. So here's the Recognition Crown Diamond. So here's Brooke. So she shot up there. I think he's trained on our calls before. I don't remember. But no one from her team, and Brooke stacks actively on her team. She stacked her husband to Diamond because he's listed on the other page, but I don't know where any of her other buddies are, which is weird. They wouldn't be Crown yet, of course. Let's see. It's weird. So Leslie, Casey, Logan, Brooke, Jessica are all associated, and they're all, from what I know, they're still in it. I don't know. I know the person I signed up with is still doing it. I don't know if she's gold yet or whatever. But let's see. Whoops. Does Cherie have socials? She is a little she's on YouTube, I think. Let's just take a little sneak. Okay. I don't remember if she's Ta-da. Time to Thrive, foundational knowledge about time and your favorite oils. Is this Cherie? Oh, it is. Cherie Ross. Is this her? Doesn't look like her. Yep, it is her. So she's got a YouTube page. But this is not where she drops I mean, she may drop some, but she mostly drops it on her. If you can get in her Zoom calls, that's where all the good stuff is. She tries to be more compliant here. Let's see. What's this? 3 hours?
Okay.
3 hours and 44 minutes? No!
Okay, it looks like we are now streaming live on Facebook a few minutes behind
my God,
schedule.
oh my God, oh my
Sorry to
God.
all of you who are joining a little bit earlier, but I know how it works. Probably most of you are just tuning in, and that's great. So yes, while you're getting caught up, please send some hearts if you're excited to be awake and alive this morning. Send some likes, some hearts. Guys, you know the show. This is another YL
Welcome back,
online
Fizzle
class.
Sticks.
It's already mid-July. It's been an absolute incredible month already. It's been busy. It's been exciting. We've had PSK dramas with out of stockages. We have a new MEO that's live that has time included.
Where
It
is
has
she?
just been a roller coaster. However, let me just say, I checked enrollments yesterday and they were still trending all-time high. Thank you for all you guys are doing. It's amazing.
Trending all-time
Amazing.
high.
So to top it
Franco.
off, we're in the middle of July. I want to thank you for
Franco Sava?
choosing to watch this Facebook Live with us and to learn more.
What?
Every single week, you know, we try to teach, we try to share, and really, I want to thank you for coming in and taking the opportunity to learn. I know there's a lot of other things you could be doing.
We're not going to watch another one. I just don't... Where is Cherie?
Neroli, by the way. Okay.
Oh,
I don't know
there
why
she
it's
is in the
been a bunch
corner.
Here, but it is Neroli. And that might be part of the reason why the price tag is as it is, because Neroli is a very low yield, tremendously powerful.
Just
oil.
linked you,
And
Clown
one of the
Town.
wonderful things about
So, yeah, this is a good cross-reference point if you at least want to start to see... I might see who's still in. So, what I would do if I was trying to make a video... Brand partner, Diamond. You want Crown Diamond. I would start with Crown. Royal Crown Diamond. I would click on them. Their socials, I don't know how active they are. I think they're still in. I'm not sure. I thought he dropped down to Diamond, but maybe that's not true. I know that he was highlighted on videos showing how young and amazing he was to get to Royal Crown Diamond, and then he dropped, but I'm not sure. So then I would click on them, go to their socials, double check if they're still in Young Living, because it's pretty easy to tell. And I would start with the USA people if you had no starting point at all. She is someone, if you're going to look at someone, she's very on social. I think she has 400,000 followers on Instagram. She has an essential oils Instagram. What is her? Let's see. Casey. So her social is Casey Lee, CaseyLeighGhWiegand, 575,000 followers on the gram. And she is very aesthetic on her feed. She went to y'all know that patch that all the Beachbody people are wearing, the Jovi. Well, Casey Lee Wiegand went to Susie Holman, the remarketer of the Jovi, to her social class, and so she bumped up from her 190,000 followers to 575. Beth, hope you feel better. Adam Green definitely dropped a diamond a couple years ago. He's probably platinum by now. Good to know. But Casey took that course from Susie Holman. At a Young Living convention, a journalist was directed to a hotel across the street where she could get the book. Yep, they all promoted, at least in the Facebook pages where I was in, that was always promoted. And initial like new signups were told to get the book immediately. And then people used the essential oils desk reference to prescribe solutions to people. Another one. Is it Lindsay or Leslie Graham? She's actually very nice. I feel like an asshole. Okay. Jessica was one of the reasons I left in February because of what she said to the girl who spoke up about the book. And, you know, sure, I know that the girl that she said that to is in Modere. I read the lawsuit, the Vining lawsuit via Young Living v. Vining or whatever, and I know the association. I know all the baggage that went with that. And that Melissa Truitt was on the Vinings team in Modere. I get all that. And I thought it was I didn't want to be associated with a group who was bullying people like that. I was very upset because she was direct upline to Brooke, and then Brooke gaslit people in our group, and I just wasn't having it. So, she is Jessica Garvin. J.L. Garvin. She has a very curated page on her Instagram. She has 148,000 followers. She decent engagement. She does, I don't know. She's still actively doing essential oils, I think. She still has oil highlights, so I think she's still doing it. So, I don't know. Life Science Publishing was a doing business as name. It's changed in 2021, but I can't figure out what it is now. I can try to ask my my lawyer buddy to see how to start looking for that Soulful. I bet there's a way to track that, but I don't know. I don't know what it is, unfortunately. I think I've seen Kathy Farmer before. But yeah, you can kind of go in deep with some of this stuff. Where's my mouse? Oh gosh. I think my mouse died. Hold on. Well, I just have to wait here for a second because my mouse is dead. If you have any questions about anything that we went over... Oh, actually, let me see if I can just charge this real quick because I'm going to show you Kira's website. So you know who gives us all of this awesome content. Let's see. Let's see. There we go. Mouse. Okay. Zombie. Okay. Response video. We're loading. This is... Let's see. There we go. Blah. I'm sitting on it. Yeah. Okay. So this is Kira's website, and she has a little intro page, but on her blog section, she has a ton of blogs. So Tori Bell, Smile, Pharmacy, FTC Rule. She has tons of stuff on Young Living, and you can do searches on her website here. So if you want to read about Young Living, she has, let's see, next page. We've got Herbalife, doTERRA, Young Living, Black Oxygen Organics. So it's really detailed. All of her writing is super detailed. You can also look by year. So she's also active on Facebook and on Instagram. So if you would like to support her, that would be great. You can follow her on Facebook. You can follow her on Instagram, and she's always posting and always finding the good stuff and doing the activist stuff behind the scenes. So just want to highlight her whenever I get a chance to. Let's see. Well, I'm sorry, it's almost Friday. My humor is going in the ditch. Well, if I find any details, we're probably going to do a book video soon. I just need to set up my top down because I'm going to have this camera angle top down so you can read the book as we look at it. So it's not going to be, I don't know, it'll hopefully be more dynamic. I just started it this year, so there's lots of info, but not tons of blogs. Yes. But it's very easy to use, very easy to navigate. And I think it's, I don't know, it doesn't necessarily like, she does a ton of other stuff too. She also has a master list. She has a how to report tab. She has resources. She has anonymous posting. She has where she's been featured in the press, and you can contact her. So there's lots of other things too. So I didn't show everything, but yeah, Young Living takes up a lot of time, a lot of Kira's time for sure. So I'm gonna go ahead and play the outro if I can figure this out, and I will catch you next time. End stream. Is this it? Nope, that's not it. End screen template. We'll see this. I don't know. Have a good evening or a morning, I guess. I'm gonna get a few hours of sleep and then get up bright and early to start this again. See you next time. Bye.